Eli Sanders stared at the rusted device in his hands, a prototype his late father had spent decades perfecting. It wasn't just a relic of his father's obsession with time travel. It was supposed to work. Eli had studied the journals, deciphered the cryptic notes, and repaired the corroded circuits. Tonight, he would put his father's dream to the test. The machine emitted a low hum, the dials lighting up one by one. A faint vortex of light began to form around him, pulling at the edges of reality. Eli's heart raced as the world dissolved into a swirl of colors, the sounds of his modern life fading away into silence. When his feet hit solid ground, he opened his eyes. The air was thick and heavy, buzzing with the drone of unseen insects. Towering trees with jagged bark and crimson leaves loomed over him, their branches twisting together like skeletal hands. The ground beneath his boots was soft and damp, reeking of decay. Eli had expected a lush prehistoric paradise, a land before human interference, but this felt alien. The jungle was alive in ways he hadn't anticipated. Massive flowers oozed with a pungent, sticky sap, and vines writhed as if breathing. His wonder was short-lived. A distant roar, deep and guttural, rolled through the jungle, silencing the droning insects. Eli froze, every muscle tensing. Another roar answered, closer this time, followed by the sound of something enormous crashing through the undergrowth. Gripping the device, Eli took cautious steps away from the noise. His boots squelched in the muddy earth as he moved deeper into the jungle, his eyes scanning the shadows. The dials on the machine flickered erratically, their glow dimming with each step. The roar came again, impossibly close. A branch snapped behind him and Eli spun around just as the beast emerged. It was unlike anything he'd ever seen, half feline, half reptilian, its elongated snout filled with serrated teeth that glistened in the dim light. Yellow eyes locked onto him, unblinking and hungry. Its sinewy body moved with predatory grace, claws sinking into the ground with every step. Eli stumbled back, his breath hitching. The creature's nostrils flared as it sniffed the air, then let out a deafening screech that made his ears ring. Without thinking, Eli turned and ran. The jungle was a labyrinth of roots and vines, every step threatening to trip him. The beast's snarls grew louder, its footsteps pounding like thunder. Eli's lungs burned as he pushed himself forward, clutching the device as though it could somehow save him. Bursting into a clearing, he fell to his knees, gasping for breath. The machine in his hands buzzed faintly, but the dials spun aimlessly. "No, no, no," he muttered, frantically twisting knobs and pressing buttons. A shower of sparks flew from the device and it went silent. The underbrush rustled violently as the creature closed in. Its glowing eyes appeared first, followed by its massive form, slinking into the clearing like a nightmare given flesh. Eli scrambled backward, but there was nowhere to go. The beast crouched, preparing to pounce, then stopped. Its ears perked, and it let out a low growl. From the trees came a new sound, a deep, rhythmic thudding that shook the ground. The beast hesitated, its yellow eyes darting to the treetops. Eli followed its gaze and froze. Something massive moved beyond the canopy, its silhouette blotting out the crimson sky. A gargantuan form stepped into view, its scaled body glinting like polished stone. It roared, a sound so loud it seemed to split the air itself. The smaller predator snarled in defiance but backed away as the monstrous figure advanced. Eli didn't wait to see the outcome. While the two beasts were distracted, he crawled toward the edge of the clearing. The machine in his hands was useless, its circuits fried. He had no way back, no safety net. The jungle, however, was far from silent. Glowing eyes appeared in the shadows, dozens of them. Low growls and hisses filled the air as other creatures emerged. The ground trembled beneath their weight, and Eli realized the titanic monster had drawn the attention of the jungle's other apex predators. He ran again, weaving through the trees as the cacophony of snarls and roars erupted behind him. The jungle seemed to conspire against him, its roots tripping him and vines clawing at his arms. By the time he stopped to catch his breath, the sky had darkened. The jungle came alive with bioluminescent plants and creatures, casting eerie glows that made the shadows dance. But the light only made him more aware of the eyes watching him from every direction. A flicker of movement caught his attention. He turned to see a pack of smaller creatures, dog-sized, with leathery skin and needle-sharp teeth, stalking him from the underbrush. They moved as one, their movements eerily coordinated. Eli raised the machine like a weapon, though he knew it wouldn't help. The creatures circled him, their growls harmonizing into a bone-chilling chorus. As they closed in, Eli thought of his father's dream. It wasn't a vision of discovery or wonder, it was a warning. Because in this ancient world, humans weren't the apex predators, they were prey.